Nori is broken. At least I think so. I don't have the game installed. I'm subscribed to a lot of Brawl Stars YouTubers, and my whole feed is like, Nori is broken, Nori's OP. So I assume Nori is broken. Genuinely, who cares that the new brawler is OP? And I want to be clear, this isn't directed at the content creators. This is directed at Supercell. Who cares? Like, I mean, obviously people do care, but why? Why do you care? For as long as I've played this game, there's been this endless cynical cycle of releasing a brawler completely game-breakingly OP, and then either nerfing it or not nerfing it and letting it continue to ruin the game. And they don't choose very wisely in this regard. Like, Damien is one of the least fun and least skilled brawlers in the history of Brawl Stars, and he's still one of the best brawlers in the game. It was unwise to leave him at the top of the meta. And there are people that have, like, their entire profile is like Damien or Bolt, and it's like their profile picture and their Prestige 3. You did not get Prestige 3 because you're a Damien main. You got it because you were ladder slaving for someone else who got a more interesting P3. That is not, no one cares that you're good at Damien. You're not, because there's nothing there. Like, no one cares about your Bolt P3. No one cares about your Colette, your Nausea. Like, this is complete slop. I'm really just here to hate today. Like, this video does not have a script. I sat down in my chair and I was like, I have a lot of hate to get out. So I'm just gonna sit here and hate, and then maybe I'll edit it into a coherent video. Supercell is too cynical, and it's ruining their game, and they don't realize it because they're not smart. So the idea is very simple, right? You add a new ability or you add a new brawler, and you want the play rate to be very high because you want the interest in it to be high. You want to generate excitement about the game. But my theory is that they are getting a higher play rate from a smaller player base, so they're actually losing money. I don't think making all of these, like, rushed, boring brawlers like Najee and Damien S tier is actually making them more money like they think it is, just because they're selling the new brawler. Like, a 15% play rate from a player base of, I'm gonna make it completely random. Like, let's say there's 100 people and 15 of them play Damien. Congrats on selling those early access offers. But what if you had 1,000 players and 20 of them played Damien? That play rate is way lower. Now, those numbers are completely unrealistic, but I don't think, like, Brawl Stars players can do math. The game coasts off of repeated virality, right? They go viral, they cash in, they go viral, they cash in. This is what Clash Royale does, this is what Brawl Stars does. Which is cool, except it's going viral amongst kind of the same group of people. I see these videos of guys going, what's your Supercell ID? And they're like old teenagers, or they're like my age. They're like in their early 20s. And I think what their model of repeated virality is not taking into account is that you have no goodwill from the next generation. Because for the last few years, your company has been so cynical and so greedy and constantly adding new abilities that ruin the quality of your game and ruin the experience for dedicated players, just to, like, add more layers to the gacha for casual players, allow them to dump more money into the game. In the long run, I think they're gonna destroy their company by doing that. They haven't made a successful game since Brawl Stars, which the beta came out in 2017, so that was 9 years ago. I really think they're just gonna go out this way by, like, cashing in over and over again on a dwindling player base, going for virality. I don't think they're going to have a repeat of 2024, but they'll have smaller bouts of virality like they sort of did this year with Buffy's. Good job. Buffy's were genius because you got that big spike in your player base. You also ruined the playability of your game. And I don't think they're ever really going to improve on quality stuff. Like, the updates are obscenely buggy now. It's so buggy that it's basically unplayable. The friends list doesn't work. The game crashes constantly. I couldn't play a ranked game because I had like 4 dodges in a row, and then my game crashed and I got stuck on the draft screen, and then I did a whole draft and I got stuck on the end screen. And when I finally closed my app, the game was completely void. I've had multiple ranked games just end right in the middle and no winner was decided, completely void. Not to mention the easily solvable problem of dodging. Take elo away from the person that dodges, but because it's incentivized to dodge, since you don't do that, and your game is so volatile because it's so unbalanced, the game is decided in the draft, people are constantly dodging. When I last played, I was in Legendary 2, and I waited for most of the season to play, so Legendary 2 was very low. I don't even think it was on the local leaderboard. People are still dodging. People are still dodging in low ranks, where it doesn't mean anything and everybody is horrible. There's not really much else to say about that. I love the people that I've met from playing this game, and I love my YouTube community. My comment sections on my long form videos are amazing. I don't take that for granted because I've read a lot of really annoying comment sections. You know, some things are in my control. The fact that I'm such a likable person and my videos are so amazingly scripted and I'm so smart and handsome. But some things are out of my control. Like if I was a woman, my comment section would still suck anyways. So, you know, that's cool. But yeah, I hate Brawl Stars. I hate that I'm so dedicated to it. I've put so much time into it that I'm like bad at every other video game now. But realistically, I like making content more than I like Brawl Stars. So I'll find a new outlet. And I'm confident that I'll succeed somewhere else. And I'm confident that Brawl Stars is not going to go anywhere. And the long form views are going to continue to dwindle. And there's a lot of talented Brawl Stars creators that are getting screwed over by this. And in my opinion, they should just go find a company that cares about them. The creator program uses gacha rewards. It uses randomly like generated giveaways because they have no respect for their creators. They treat them just like the people that play their game. They're like, oh yeah, these guys are idiots. They love gambling. They love our gacha progression system. So we're gonna treat them like idiots. It is very unprofessional. Not to mention plenty of other stuff that I'm not going to say about them because I don't know if I should. But they are incompetent and disrespectful. Like the people facing the community, it's impossible to hate on them because they're putting themselves out there. Like I don't hate the community managers. I don't even hate like Adrian. Like I say the game's an unbalanced mess. At like the very worst, Adrian, you could call him unqualified. All right, well then they should hire someone who is. That's not his fault. But I don't think that it's a matter of qualification. I think it's just a matter of the direction of the game. They want it to be unbalanced like this. I don't blame any of them. I don't know them either. But yeah, I've been quitting this game on and off for years. You might notice how bad my upload schedule is. It's because for months in a row I won't have the game installed. And then I'll write a video and I'll lose interest in writing the video because the game is just so bad. Or I'll have some idea to fix the game and I'll be halfway done with the video and I'll be like, why do they deserve my effort? And I'm not going to close the door because I've quit and came back so many times that I'm never going to say I quit or make a video saying I quit, because the only reason you make a video about quitting is if you still want attention. And if you still want attention, then you haven't let go. So if I quit, I'll stop uploading. I don't think that I have much left to say about this game because they sort of killed my love for it, to be honest. But you will find that I'm still the best Ash player in North America, so that's cool. If any pro teams need someone to play Ash, then hit me up. $20,000 is my asking price. I was gonna say I'm like Pika but worse, but if I was like Pika, I would have used the El Primo hanging himself picture for the thumbnail of this video. And also, I'm not actually good at Brawl Stars.